So Infinity War was dope.
It was pretty dope. I thought so. I liked it. Had fun.
Like, I felt a little bit of everything, man. I was happy. I was sad. I was, like, emotional.
I think I pretty much felt every emotion, pretty much. Like, I had some annoyance in there when Spider-Man existed.
You don't like Spider-Man in there?
He doesn't like
fucking hate
Spider-Man.
Oh my goodness gracious, that's
I fucking hate.
I
every
get why you
existence of
hate
him.
Spider-Man because he's all teeny and...
Well, I mean, he's like unnecessarily dumb.
He's not dumb.
I don't think he's dumb. He's actually smart.
He's 15.
Yeah, he's just like weird and awkward. I like that about Spider-Man. I'm not gonna
How
lie.
old is the Spider-Man in the first Spider-Man?
What do you mean? Are you like the first
Like Tobey
Maguire
Maguire
one?
one.
He's supposedly 18, like 19, just out of high school.
Then
But-
why is this
The
Spider-Man?
Because
Spider-Man is supposed to be a high schooler. Like he's supposed to get it when he's like in high school, not when he's like
Yeah.
a day from graduation.
That makes a little bit more sense to me then, because I just assumed that he was like in his early 20s.
No, yeah. Well, it's mostly because like for all of our lifetime, Spider-Man's almost always been either in college or an adult. But like traditionally, he's your average high school student who gets bit by a bug, and then like has to come to grips with the fact that he has all this power and now must use it, which is like why most of his stories are him learning like what it is to be like a hero and stuff.
yeah, that and I mean, isn't it Sony that has the rights to him, but they're just sharing the rights with Marvel right now?
Basically,
And that's why they had Spider-Man Homecoming and now he's in Infinity War. Which he was also in fucking Civil War, which I loved. Sort of. I mean, there were parts of Civil War I didn't like.
I think like that's just one of those things. If you watch it again with like the new the hindsight of like understanding where the story is going,
Yeah.
you can kind of connect dots better. But when you're watching it in the moment, you just think everyone's a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
But when you kind of get the bigger picture of just like everyone
needed
is,
to happen.
they're just trying to do the right thing.
I felt okay with everyone, and I mean, I felt okay with Spider-Man being there. It was just his personality, really.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it.
I think we needed that character more or less to give Tony something to kind of heartache over, and also everyone needs Spider-Man. Spider-Man's great, but we also need that kind of levity of like a young voice, somebody who's willing to just go, "This is fucking crazy, guys! Isn't this fucking crazy?"
Yeah.
Where even Iron Man's on an alien spaceship and he's like, "All right, well, let's get to work." Whereas Spider-Man's like,
I feel like the Guardians of the Galaxy guy does that well.
Yeah.
And the Spider-Man guy doesn't.
right, sort of. Pause. All right, so Spider-Man. Yeah, okay, I have a theory why you might not have liked Spider-Man, James. Let me ask you this question. Did you watch all the other Marvel movies?
No.
Okay, well, there you go. You haven't seen Spider-Man Homecoming.
Because Spider-Man Homecoming was pretty good.
It wasn't like a superhero thing. It was just a personality thing.
You just never you don't want to watch a Spider-Man
I don't think
movie,
he likes
period.
Tom Holland's Spider-Man.
If that is how Spider-Man is, I probably don't know. Because it's just like, I don't know. It's like the movies.
Spider-Man's always been more relatable than most other Like, he should honestly be the funny superhero if there is one.
Well, yeah, it's because he's just cracking one. Like, there's like a scene in Spider-Man Homecoming where he sees people robbing a bank and or robbing an ATM and they're all wearing Avengers masks. He's like, "Thor, what do you need money for? Tony, you're like the richest guy in the world."
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
I really did enjoy. I enjoyed Spider-Man in there. You ever seen that old movie Aliens?
He's like,
oh
okay,
my God,
you're
kid.
killing me.
You're killing me.
That was,
Like I probably relate to Tony Stark more than anyone.
yeah. I think everyone has like their guys. Like that's kind of who I get, and I totally get like Spider-Man the most. Like especially if you see like his movie, like there's just like one great part where, by the way, spoilers for every single movie we're ever going to talk about. In Homecoming, he's fighting the villain and like he gets basically a building dropped on his head and he's stuck. And he's a 15-year-old kid, so he's not like, "Oh, I'm gonna have grim determination." First thing he does is start screaming for help because he's trapped under a building and he's crying like, "Someone fucking help me," because I'm in way over my head. And that's just such like a human thing, and it's not like it kind of gives you a break from like fantastical Thor who's like, I'm just gonna fucking punch something. That's how I'll solve this issue.
Yeah. Hit it with my axe.
Oh, Stormbringer.
I found that I stand silently and move slowly, I become invisible.
Okay.
Oh god.
All right, we'll focus in now. So straight in onto Infinity War.
Yeah.
All right. Fucking great movie. At least I loved it. Fucking dark. Like that's like
the first half of the movie is like pretty damn funny, and then it just goes straight into dark.
I don't know that like before you even get the fucking opening credits, we have Heimdall and Loki get fucking murdered.
And fucking the Hulk gets his ass handed to him.
You get fucking fucked.
Doesn't Loki himself have the power of teleportation?
He has a teleportation-ish power. It's a lot more like a Misty Step if we're talking D&D style thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
I was kind of wondering why he couldn't teleport away.
Yeah.
But I guess I don't know the extent of his abilities.
Teleportation is more like I move my body away from here. So if you're being held, he can't do it. But he can kind of like whoosh a good distance if he has time.
Mm-hmm.
That's like I was saying, I only consider a movie having a problem if I think of it while I'm watching the movie. If I think of it if I only think of the issue after the fact, then that's like a nitpick for me. And I think one of the problems I had was the powers of certain people were very inconsistent.
Yeah.
From like Thor and Loki.
Yeah, like from one movie, like Thor is like this amazing badass. Like at the end of Ragnarok, like that dude is firing lightning like fucking Raiden.
Yeah.
But then like he's got nothing until he gets Stormbreaker into this. Or then like even throughout the exact same movie, like people don't have like the same powers. Like Doctor Strange, like they set up that his portal, if you can just shut it, it chops off people's arms.
Yeah.
Why the fuck didn't you do that?
And just cut Thanos in half or something.
Cut his arm off. Like,
well, I mean, like, why didn't he just look at every single possibility in the future at that moment?
But here's the thing, though, with the Infinity Gauntlet, he can dispel some of his shit.
Right. But I mean, even still, like when he's fighting like Spider-Man, all he really needed to do was like having Spider-Man like jump through all the things, and then like just wait for Thanos to throw a punch, open it right then, and close it instantly. Like,
yeah.
And like I don't think that's like a nitpick, because I know there's like some people are like, well, why doesn't Godzilla just use his atomic breath right away? Well, because then it ends the movie. But like when we have seen them do that exact thing in the movie, that's when you can like say like, okay, why aren't they doing that still? Like when Thanos gets whenever Thanos like beats all the Asgardians, and he's like, all right, and enough of these guys, and he just like closes his fist and fucking vaporizes everybody. Why can't he do that the rest of the movie? Like,
well, he did. I think he did that because then he should have done it the rest of the movie, but I think he couldn't have done that without the Tesseract. I think he was going to end up just like getting on the other ship if he didn't get the Tesseract and blowing it the fuck up.
But I mean, even then, like, okay, so he has the Tesseract, so in the rest of the movie, like, he walks into a room and Iron Man is like, or Doctor Strange standing there like, oh, I'm not letting you fuck with me.
Yeah. Well, and also, here's the thing, only Doctor Strange could have opened that. Yeah. So he did need him alive.
Then that's also a question. Why did Doctor Strange take off that fucking, that seal? Like,
because I guess that was the only way they could beat him. Because he checked the 1.4 million ways, and then later at the end of the movie when they're all fading away, he's like, it was the only way.
Yeah, I think that's the only reason why I'm looking forward to the second movie, because I want to see that come into fruition.
Yeah. And that's like a thing I'm excited to see. Is good thing it's only a fucking year, because I had a heart attack at the end. I'm like, oh my god, am I have to wait 3 fucking years to see this?
That's what I thought it was going to be, but no, it's May 3rd, 2019.
I mean, there's like 2 ways I was thinking it, because like technically if Doctor Strange was there to actually help pull off the gauntlet, they probably just could have taken it, because they did take it off for a second without Doctor Strange.
Well, Doctor Strange was there. He
didn't do anything.
He was holding the other arm. He was like holding it so he couldn't reach over and grab it.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Like, everyone was trying to. I think Drax was doing the least, like holding his fucking ankles. Like, Drax, you're like literally indestructible. I saw you at the end of the beginning of Guardian Galaxy 2, where you slammed into 78 trees at Mach 10.
Yeah.
Like, that's part of the inconsistent kind of powers. And then like, what was it? Thor spends the entire movie getting Stormbreaker, and then at the end, Thanos shows up on Earth. All the Avengers fight trying to block him from getting to Scarlet Witch. Where the fuck was Thor?
Yeah, that is so true.
I was like, where the fuck is Thor right now?
Because they had already blown up all their ships. They were basically just cleaning up.
Like, all I really needed was just have him be like, I'm fucking on my way, and then just be like, okay, well, it took him a minute to get there. He could have used the Rainbow Bridge or whatever. Then I get to nitpick. But when the entire point of you being there is you got a fucking axe to kill Thanos.
Yeah.
Thanos is here. Where the fuck are you?
Yeah. You did it too late, motherfucker.
I also felt like Thanos could have just teleported away from the axe.
I think that's actually something they did really well, is they gave everybody, I guess, realistic reaction time is kind of the thing I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Because in comics, Thanos he basically never gets touched throughout the entirety of Infinity War, except for when he decides that he'll kind of humor people. But then, other than that, he's almost too powerful to where it's kind of boring to watch a fight. So they kind of had to power down most people, at least to a level to where they can be in a fight where it's fun to watch.
Yeah, and I guess that's where the argument of realism versus showtime.
Yeah, because you were saying when you were questioning, couldn't they just if he has the reality stone, couldn't he just be like, your reality is that you fucking die when I show up? They kind of addressed that, where he just turns them into fucking what's his name, Drax into fucking stone squares.
It looks like it's mostly an illusion.
Yeah.
That's the only extent he seems to use it.
But here's the thing, though. He went like this, and he used the gun, and it goes, bubbles.
There were some cool instances of it where he turns whatever Iron Man threw at him into bats.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. That's so fucking cool. Yeah,
I forgot about that.
At the same time, he could have just made Iron Man dead.
Yep. But and that's the thing I was saying. My original thought going in was the reason he can't in Guardians of the Galaxy 1, when they all get the Infinity Stone, they point at Ronan and he'd kill him instantly. I was like, okay, so what's going to stop him from just doing that to everybody? And my thought was going to be that the Infinity Gauntlet lets him wield the power, but it doesn't let him use the powers.
Yeah, not to its full extent.
They're more like batteries that kind of let him tap into certain aspects.
Well, I know that if he has the Power Stone on the Infinity Gauntlet, it charges the rest of them to where they're more powerful.
Right.
So I think I could be a lot more okay with it, accepting that everything's just a little bit weaker than it would normally.
Exactly. And then, I would see things he would just straight up, clench his fist, and then the entirety of Thor's ship explodes.
Yeah.
Or he has destroyed Nowhere completely by himself in the course of maybe a day, if we're being generous. That probably happened in a day. He completely destroyed Nowhere.
Well, I'm sure he showed up with his forces, too.
And then they just all left before the Guardians showed up.
Yeah.
Could be. Oh my... I got it. Okay, now we can probably stop, Actually, I got one more complaint, and then we'll get into sucking this movie's dick. And that's... When it comes to thematically how he gets the stones, there's only two ways he gets all 6 stones. Either he got them by kicking ass off screen, or somebody had to go, I'll give you the stone, just don't hurt them.
Yeah.
Every other stone, the Tesseract Loki gave so that Thor.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of those characters were prepared to die, but giving them someone else's life to be accountable for, could be a smarter way of going about it.
Yeah, but my only problem is that's 4 plot elements that were the exact same thing.
Yeah, there could have been at least one.
Yeah.
Or just
the Soul Stone was almost different than that, except for the fact the only reason he knew where that was because
she knew where it was.
I mean, he rips the Mind Stone out of
Vision's head.
Yeah.
So that's kind of different.
It's slightly different because she actually went through with killing him, but he was
awesome.
Just able to reverse.
No, motherfucker!
I think it's more awesome that Thanos
that
was
was
probably
my favorite
aware
part
of that entire situation and just let it happen.
Yeah, he just wanted to fuck. Yep.
But he's just letting that unfold because he knew you could just undo it. And you can kind of see the power trip that he has sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
He doesn't need to strangle anyone.
Yeah.
But he does so anyway.
It's kind of you feel like there's a good and a bad way they kind of went about with this. This isn't nitpicking for me. With Thanos, like trying to make him like relatable and understandable, at the same time as he's the fucking mad titan.
Yeah.
Like, he is insanely trying to like destroy the whole galaxy
or half of it.
He's trying to kill half of it, but then you see him do things that are out and out malevolently evil. Like they try to make him seem like, oh, he's like a lawful neutral person, but like no, that dude is lawful evil as it comes.
Yeah, but I mean, you can still
borderline chaotic evil.
You can still quote unquote love someone as an evil person. It just depends on your personal definition of it.
Well, yeah, and I wasn't too fucked with that. Like, I think it could have been more like so I cared for you, like you're my favorite trophy, but like the fact that he loved her so deeply almost kind of didn't connect really for me.
What exactly does a soul stone do?
That's one of the weird ones where it's more like makes you have knowledge. So it's more like the mind stone's like mind control, but the soul stone is more like you understand shit. Yeah, it's like a wisdom thing.
Yeah.
That's why the Red Skull like just kind of was empathetic. Like Red Skull's in this movie, by the way.
Yeah.
That was a fucking like amazing reveal. I just like sat for him and I said, "What?
Yeah.
Oh my god."
Why is that Red Skull?
I don't remember what happens at the end of. Doesn't he get sucked into the Tesseract?
Yeah, he grabs the Tesseract because he thinks he can like just use it on Captain America, but he just goes, "Oh fuck," and it like just sucks him up. So we don't know exactly what happened, but something that he did that time made it so that he basically probably got sucked straight to the Soul Stone. This is me completely making shit up, but if I'm guessing, he got sucked to the Soul Stone, went to like capture it. And then, like, it basically imprinted all that shit that he knows onto him. And then he was just, like, stuck there. Like, the Soul Stone basically, like...
owns me.
Yeah, he just basically owns me.
I'm its bitch.
That's my guess. They didn't really explain it.
Yeah.
It's basically a cameo.
Was that actually Hugo Weaving? That's what I want to know.
It sounded like it was fucking...
It sounded like him, but, I mean, that could just be another voice actor.
Dude, that sounded like Liam O'Brien. Like,
really?
That's who it sounded like to me. I thought that's what it was the whole time. And when I was looking at him, like that, like he was completely CGI.
Yeah. So
like it could have not been him.
That'd be funny because he's even doing a German accent too.
Mm-hmm. He does. I'm pretty sure he's the one that does Red Skull and all the like animated things. So.
Oh really?
Yeah, I wouldn't be put past it for him to have been.
Oh, that's cool.
That. But
God, that was all just so good. And then like all the people at the end that fucking lived were the ones that you were expecting to die.
Yeah. Jesus Christ, like everyone that gets fucking like, I thought like there was actually like less death, more or less I thought was gonna happen, and then there was way more at the very end.
Yeah.
Like
half of all life.
I thought what'd you say?
I just said, half of all life.
Yeah, half of all life everywhere.
Which turned out to be most of the MCU.
When what's his name? Like whenever he first gets the Reality Stone. By the way, fucking amazing sequence when he's like sitting there like torturing the Collector, and they're like, and they think they're saving him and like stopping him from getting the Reality Stone, and whoop, they're like, oh my god, they like what? How are they gonna get away from him just getting his throat slit? And then like as soon as he like stops moving, I'm like, fuck, and like then he like starts talking again, and like this was like the best part of like seeing it with the entire giant audience.
Yeah,
I saw it was everybody just went, oh no, and then like he just wipes away to see all the devastation, him just standing there, and like just fuck.
God, that was so good.
For some reason, I feel like Doctor Strange's plan is that he's going to become so benevolent that he sees the meaningless of what he did and undoes it.
It totally could be that. I'm interested to see where they go because
well, it looks like the Infinity Gauntlet was damaged.
It looks like it's welded onto his wrist now or something.
Yeah, and his arm was all fucking burned up.
Yeah. So I don't know what they're. Well, it's because whenever he used the snap or whatever, whenever he used the snap, I guess it exploded on his wrist, or maybe that's just from Thor lightning the fuck out of him. I'm not sure. What
I think it was from the explosion.
Yeah.
Because he just straight up stabbed him in the gut, and then I do like he's like, you should have aimed
Well, he had some
for the head. Snap.
He had some kind of God moment where he's just in the white room.
Oh yeah.
His own imagination.
I thought at first
Gamora,
when that happened and he snapped his fingers, he was part of like half the people that got killed off.
Oh, that would have been smart.
That would have been smart. Like
Or it
even
would've
he was
sucked.
so crazy and so devoted to his task that he was willing to kill himself.
Yeah.
I was expecting to see like a greater deity.
There's a lot of greater deities that could have been too. Like there's like the living tribunal. There's eternity. There's all kinds of other fucking weird shit you can be. But yeah, that fucking scene where everyone's getting ashed is fucking gutting. Like whenever you it first doesn't it first happen to Bucky? Like that's your first
yeah.
scene. Like
And it's like, oh fuck.
it's like Cap. You know,
I was hoping Doctor Strange would make it.
Oh
I
yeah,
was
Doctor
too.
Strange comes out like that guy came out like so far ahead in this movie.
Dude, he really did.
I think like of all the people he had, besides maybe Rocket, had the most character development throughout this movie.
I don't think Rocket had that much character. He was just Rocket.
Well, but
The only one out of the Guardians of the Galaxies to survive. Really, the only crew that made it.
Milano is Rocket, yeah.
No, he's the only one, but
Mm-hmm.
he is the only, other than the original Avengers that survived.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else fucking died.
Rhodey's still there.
Oh, yeah, Ant-Man? Or
Yeah.
not? Well, Ant-Man's still in.
War Machine.
No, I didn't see it. I thought War Machine got...
No, he's good. He was looking
Okay.
for Sam. He was looking for Falcon. And he's
yeah, and then you see Falcon,
Vanished.
just before that,
and
right?
he's like, Sam, where at? And it's like, oh.
You missed him.
He's like, it was just there. It's not like you could do anything. But what I was saying, I
forgot about
the
that.
reason I think Rocket had a lot of development, or at least we got to see development from Guardians 2. The entire thing about Guardians 2 is that he's a fucking broken person
Yeah.
who can't trust anybody, and it's just being an asshole to basically put up a wall. And by the end of that movie, he's kind of learned that his friends are his friends, and they'll be there for him.
Yeah.
So Thor is sitting there sulking, he's like, yeah, I've lost my brother, my dad, my sister, my best friend, my entire race, my everyone. And it's and he just goes, well, I guess I got to be the captain. Basically, Rocket's saying I have to be the person to try to console somebody, which Rocket in Guardians 1, Guardians 2 would never fucking do.
Yeah.
But we see the growth of
I guess
that
that's
guy.
true.
Just completely destroys Thor emotionally.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't give him any helpful advice. Just he lost everybody else.
Here's an eye.
The thing is,
it's realistic.
He's like, oh, I wouldn't put. I'd watch that before you did that.
I just okay.
I had that up my butt.
I probably laughed way too hard at Peter Dinklage being a dwarf.
You mean a giant?
But he's a in the realm of Thor, he is a literal dwarf.
Are dwarves big?
Yes, dwarves are giant
And the
Thor.
giants are fucking gigantic.
Mm-hmm. So he's a little person who's a dwarf who is a dwarf who is massive. I'm like, you fucking guys.
I even like how he was doing his deep voice, and it just felt so cheesy and just so out of place.
Which
I
made
kind of felt like it was in place.
I thought
I liked it.
It felt natural to me.
It's so fucking good when he's like, if you do this, you'll be killed. It's only if I die.
Maybe I'm just using him
that
as
is what that
British
means.
voice.
That's what kill means. Fucking. And then did you guys stick around for the after credits scene?
Oh fuck yeah, we did. Nobody left. I went to premiere, so when I saw it at the premiere, nobody got up and left. Everybody's like, "Who's getting up and leaving?" No one.
I was actually watching that, and for a split second, I was like, all the text was just Times New Roman, black and white. It wasn't like how it's been, where it's oh, it's this, that, oh, we're Avengers. It was just black and white, scrolling text, and I was like, if there was
Ours wasn't black and white. Ours was red and black.
Red and black?
Yeah.
Ooh, even better. But I was saying, if there was ever a movie where they just didn't put an after credit scene at all, That would be amazing.
That would be the best one.
Like, it's just like, fuck you guys. Everyone's gone. You don't get an after credit scene.
I still love the after credit scene.
It was still great.
Like, I was sad that they killed off Robin and Samuel Jackson, Nick Fury.
I'm really glad they did that scene just so you can see like how so you see how fucking horrifying. Like, just they're driving a car and a car fucking crashes because there's no one in it. Fucking helicopter goes down because people just like are fucking vanishing,
vaporizing.
And then like all of a sudden he's just like oh fuck, we gotta call in Captain Marvel. Oh,
which hopefully she's still around. You don't know if she died or not, but I mean she'll be back. Obviously,
wouldn't that be the best? Call in Captain Marvel. We need. Oh, she's dead.
She's dead too. Oops.
But we have 2 movies between Infinity War, which we just saw, and Infinity War Part 2, which I'm guessing they're probably going to release the name of that within like the next couple months. Because I'm assuming that the name of that movie is probably a spoiler for Infinity War.
Yeah.
So probably like Avengers Endgame or something like that.
Yeah.
So then like I bet that Ant-Man the Wasp and Captain Marvel, which are both the 2 movies that come out between them.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that both of them will literally end where this movie ends. Or, yeah, to where it's like, you know, Ant-Man, oh, we had this wacky heist, we shrank a little bit, we stole a couple stuff, yeah, it was fun. Fuck, where did Hank Pym go? Why did he just turn to ash?
Because he wasn't in there at all.
Yeah.
I was kind of sad about that.
Yeah, did you hear the explanation for why him and Hawkeye weren't in there?
Why?
They were under house arrest.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, I was like, are you fucking kidding me? They escaped the most maximum security prison ever.
And a lot of people were theorizing that Hawkeye was going to become Ronin because his family dies. And guess what? Half the universe just got evaporated. Mm-hmm. So that's where we'll see him in the next movie.
Yeah.
I don't know which one, but
I could see him showing up in
Ant-Man.
Yeah. But like,
he might be at the very end.
Yeah, he could be like, fucking, Scott, we gotta go.
Yeah.
Because
shit hit the fan.
Yeah. Like, because now we don't, like, like, can we just talk about how great almost every death scene or every ashing scene was? Like, nobody just kind of fucked, like, Sam was probably the worst one, but like, Bucky just going, like, Cap, like, let's go, and he's going.
I felt like a lot of people in the movie theater were like all the girls were crying for Tom Holland as Spider-Man.
He was fucking heartbreaking. It's like,
dude, he's like, I'm dying.
Like, I don't want to. Like, fucking help me. It's like I'm a little kid. I'm 15. I don't know what to do. I can't over my head. Like, help. And he's just fucking going. And like, that can't be good for fucking Iron Man. He's got such emotional problems. By the way, him getting stabbed, fucking horrifying. Like, just turning, like, beet red, and I was like, oh my god.
I totally thought he was gonna die.
I thought that was it, and I thought he was just fucking dead. I was like, no, use your nano machines to fix you. So, well, that's what it does. Good thing.
Yeah. Afterwards.
I'm also kind of glad, or I thought it was a nice touch that they basically explained how the nano machines worked without explaining how they worked. To where, like, he has to use nano machines for the rest of his suit to make the power for the suit.
Yeah.
Like, he's sitting there shooting Thanos and it's making the rest of his suit disappear.
Yeah.
So, like, that's cool. I think he probably got that from, or at least got that technology from Wakanda.
Probably. Well, he never gets hooked up with Wakanda.
Well, he might have. I'm guessing there's like 2
I think
months.
I have not seen Black Panther. And everybody's like, oh my god, you haven't seen Black Panther. Well, guess what? You know, I have a job, motherfucker.
You should see Black Panther.
I know, I really should.
Apparently he's cursed with knowledge.
Who?
No, he's just really smart.
Okay.
Oh, no, they say he's cursed with knowledge because he's like, I know I can be the one to stop this. Yeah. It's more like that it's more like the metaphysical kind of like, I'm really smart, I know that I have to be the one to fix all these problems.
I thought it was like Eldritch Truth.
No.
Okay.
But yeah, in Black Panther, Wakanda's like so far advanced. That's why like she's talking mad shit on fucking like, oh, you designed Vision like shit.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, fucking, I'm sorry, I'm not literally hundreds of years in the fucking future.
Yeah.
Fucking
compared to everybody else.
Like, I honestly was like, it would be actually a better like kind of story beat that if like she's like showing off all this tech And she's like, oh, look how fucking much smarter I am than you fucking guys.
Then Tony Stark.
And then Tony's like, oh, you can use this to do this and this and this and this. And she's like, all right, shut the fuck up. I'm the smart one right here.
Yeah.
Don't tell me how to use this. Like, I thought that would be like a cool, cooler moment than.
But they never get hooked up. And all all fucking he had to do was, as soon as they heard that shit was going down, call the phone. Which, I mean, he does get there late. Even if he did call Captain America, he wouldn't have got there late.
Yeah. Well, he had to have Bruce call him too.
Yeah.
But I think, like, in a story-wise, that's basically because they're saving it for the next Avengers movie where they finally get back together.
Yeah.
But but like Wakanda at the end of Black Panther basically comes to the UN, because the whole point of that movie is that they're in isolationist country, and they're like, we need to stay kind of out of the world's spotlight because otherwise they'll come and fuck with us.
Yeah.
And we are way too powerful. We don't want to get fucked with, so we'll have to fuck people up. And a dude, Michael B. Jordan, Killmonger, fucking Sexy Bay, is like, yo, I'm coming into Wakanda, we're gonna take over the fucking world because we can, and we're gonna kill all the white people. Basically his plan is to kill all white people. And Black Panther's like, nah, man, I ain't cool with that. But then, like, you know, he kills him, he's like, you know what, we're right. Like, we have the ability to help the world because we are so fucking rich, we're so fucking technologically advanced. So at the end of the movie, he like goes up to the UN, he's like, we're gonna open our borders, we're gonna be like, you know, we're gonna help everyone else out, and we're gonna, you know, give them our technology, and like, and everybody thinks Wakanda's a third world country because the country that gets like shitter fucked by the Hulkbuster Hulk fight in Iron Man 2, that's Wakanda also.
Yeah.
That's only like part of Wakanda.
And the reason why the main city is like that is because they have vibranium.
Yeah.
And then they were like, oh, let's study this vibranium. Oh, wait, it can do practically fucking anything.
Yeah. So then, like, at the end of Black Panther, they're like, so what can you fucking help? You're a third world country. And he just smiles. So I would assume he basically just kind of goes, here's all our technology. If you can figure out how to make it work, go for it. And Iron Man's like Black Panther's suit comes on via nanotech. So he was like, fucking, I can do some cool shit with that. And that's where I'm assuming that's where it comes from. Because he goes, oh, I got it from, and then he gets interrupted by the fucking 4 mini bosses. Who, by the way, fucking cool.
Yeah.
Like, every single one of them was fucking terrifying. Like, to me, like, the Maw and Twilight is the only people whose name I caught.
Maw, wasn't he the,
He's a sorcerer.
Stop up here.
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't he the, or who was the big dude with the giant, like, fucking hammer axe?
I know the Maw was
Doesn't the Maw kill Stranger Thing? Or sorry, Doctor Strange in the comics?
He could. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Or he like brainwashes him or something like that.
That I don't know.
Pause. Yeah, when Doctor Strange starts going all Shiva, and like,
copies himself. Fucking loved it.
Like that, there's like so many moments like, the fuck didn't you start with that?
That's what I said.
And then he like instantly used the Power Stone to kick the shit out of all 12 of his images. Like, alright, I guess fair enough.
Yeah.
I guess that would be why.
I literally yelled that when that happened. Like, why didn't you use that to begin with? And people started laughing. And then he did that, and I was like, oh, never mind.
So Doctor Strange can effectively travel around the universe, right?
Somewhat. I think he has to know where he wants to go.
Yeah. I guess the most obvious question is, why doesn't he just slowly go back in time and follow Thanos back to when he's born?
I would assume that's only because
he doesn't want to manipulate with time too much.
Yeah, he's not supposed to fuck with time. Like, even when he does it in Doctor Strange, he's basically, like, he's moving it back, like, 5 minutes, and he's not supposed to be doing that. It's really,
you don't even know how long he moves.
Yeah, but when it comes to someone equipping all the Power Stones...
Well, I mean, like, he might do just as much damage trying to go back and reverse shit.
Yeah.
Like, even he looked at 14 million possibilities of what happened. Maybe he looked at, like, what if I do use the Time Stone to go back? It's like, oh, well, I break the universe, or something like that.
And that's why, hopefully, this ending in the next movie will, feel satisfying in that way. That it covers all bases.
Because, I mean, they eliminated half of their cast, and they're going to add Captain Marvel, Ant-Man, and Wasp.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't feel like how they would add much more than the characters that were taken.
Captain Marvel, if we're going by comic books, is like as powerful as Thor is at the end when he has Stormbreaker. Captain Marvel is a fucking bad motherfucker. Ant-Man and Wasp,
they'll deal with the pudwhackers.
It's an extra set of hands.
Yeah, pretty much.
Or just the joke of Ant-Man going inside Thanos and bursting out.
Everyone has said that.
But he's just gonna get crushed.
That would be like Ant-Man's the one who fucking kills him at the very end.
All right. Well, I hope that was a satisfying talk on that. And yeah, we're gonna see you guys next time.
Or at least half of you.